Hello students, welcome to our today lecture. Today we are covering our another topic, that is what are the various components of an business environment. So dear student, basically the business environment is classified into two categories, and these categories are internal environment and external environment. So dear student, further the external environment is divided into two parts. Number one is micro environment and number two is macro environment. So what is micro environment? So dear students, basically the environment where there is direct contact with the business organization. Okay, so dear students, an environment where there is direct contact with the business and organization is known as micro environment, and this micro environment can affect the routine activity of business. Okay, whatever the routine activities that are affected by the microenvironment. What rather than this, we have another environment that is known as macro environment. So what is a macro environment? So the general environment within the economy that influence the working, performance, decision making and strategy of all business groups at the same time is known as macro environment, and it is dynamic in nature. Okay, because it keeps on changing. So dear students, now what is the basic difference between micro and macro environment? So dear students, basically the micro environment is defined as the nearby environment, okay, under which the firm operate. What the macro environment refer to the general environment that affect the working of all business enterprises. Now what are the various elements of an microenvironment? So dear students, the elements of microenvironments are known as cosmic, that is competitor, organization, then supplier, market, intermediaries and customer. And the elements of macroenvironments are pastel, that is political, economic, socio-cultural, technological, legal and environmental. Then dear students, what is the nature of elements? In case of microenvironment, the nature of elements is specific, but in case of macroenvironment, the nature of element is general. Okay, now whether these are controllable or not. So dear students, basically we can control the microenvironment, but to some extent only, but the macroenvironment cannot be controlled. Then dear students, can microenvironment influence us directly or indirectly? So answer is the microenvironment influence the business directly and regularly, but the macro environment influence the business indirectly and distantly. So dear student, this is the basic difference between micro and macro environment. So thank you.